Hi, I'm Dougie Burke from Douglas Stack World here on the Gold Coast, just behind Harbour Town, and I'm here with one of my great staff, Stewie Grice, and we're going to be telling you about the offshore fishing report, and the estuary fishing report, and the freshwater fishing report from the Gold Coast.
Trifecta.
That it is.
Yep, all three.
Yeah. So where do we start, Stuart?
Start offshore if you want.
Okay, great. So this weekend there's no offshore. Sorry, guys. The weather's terrible again. I think we had one weekend under 20 knots, which was when we had the Game Cup on actually. That's some weekend as a tsunami coming. So it's only weekend it blew under or over 10 but under 20. Every weekend since then it's been 35, 40 knots.
Yep.
4 metre seas with the odd 6 metre set.
Yep.
Well, the same as this weekend. So guys, I'm really sorry for those who only get the weekends off, but the weather looks like it may improve. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday looks really good actually. Swells dropping back hopefully. Depends on that low or that cyclone now out east of us, and but the bite period's really good that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all like a solar lunar fish activity bite time.
Correct.
And
yeah,
it's
right.
really good.
Yeah, three big fish activity. Where last Wednesday, Thursday this week just gone, last couple of days, it was a little tiny skinny fish, which means if you went out and got a fish, you were very lucky. Even though the conditions were good, it doesn't mean the fish are going to bite.
I'd say you're skilled.
That person would have been those
Very
people,
skilled.
Those few people that got mackerel.
Not luck, skilled.
Very skilled.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, there's a few dolphin fish caught and a few mackerel caught the last
Yep.
couple of days, but it was hard. A lot of people bombed out, got zeros.
Yep.
But next week, we've got a seminar come up on mackerel fishing, so mackerel and baits actually. So we are going to try and get out Tuesday, Wednesday.
We are.
Give them a bit of a touch up.
Yep.
So we'll be trolling baits around, and we'll probably throw lures out because we know they work really well at this time of the year. A couple of customers did get mackerel from the last seminar on the lures that we gave them in the bag, and that was a bit of a comp on at the moment.
Yeah.
And a couple of pictures have come through which we won't post just yet. But a couple of those lures that I like to do for trolling for mackerel, this fellow here, which is a Strata. Tracker deep dive, I guess down about 8 to 10 metres. I just really love that colour. You can see that, folks. It's got holographic internal, and those hooks are BKK, and they're as strong as they're 5x, and they're extremely sharp. And this bad boy is just going to smash it. It's called Deep Purple.
Deep purple. I'm a bit more of a El Natural type of guy. I like my coral trout colour and this colour. That's like a pilly colour. I think that's called blue sardine or something like that. And it's a fantastic colour. Good holographic and lots of shine. The mackerel are just going to go overtime on this because of the shine.
I reckon when we go out, Stu, we get on film, and I'll just have an old faithful here, and you can have your coral trout colour and that colour, and see how we compare.
I reckon we should.
We'll give you results next week.
That's it.
Okay, the other thing that's happening, so mackerel fishing down at Palmy, it was a bit quiet this week. There's one or two caught there. Mermaid was very quiet. Gravel patch, there might have been one or two caught, but not much. Southport was the go again.
Yeah, like around Diamond.
Yeah, inside the Diamond.
Yeah.
17, 18 fathom reef. I think the Diamond might have been right.
Yeah.
But there's only a few caught, and they were caught on hard bodies, and a couple of guys trolling baits as well. Garfish, saris, slimies, dead and alive. Yeah. So we'll be talking that at the seminar. The other thing that happened this week, there was quite a lot of dolphin fish at the FADs, particularly FAD 11, FAD 12, B and C. The little ones were there, but there's big ones there as well amongst the little ones.
Yeah.
See, our boys like Bobo Boat got a couple of good ones as
You
well.
got some good ones, yeah.
Yeah. But pegging, obviously half pillies is really good, but casting little stick baits, I don't know, the selection here would be your pick, Stu, probably the pink one, I'd say.
Come on, stitch up, but I do like it. It's quite good. That's like a, so that's kind of like a bit of a hybrid. It's a bit of a stick bait, bit of a metal spinning lure. Got that abalone fleck in it. It's really good. Lots of reflection.
These new little ones by BKK are quite good as well. Goziris do some nice ones as well. This is sort of size, folks, you should be using, okay, which is that sort of 80 to 110, maybe 130.
Yeah, that's a
nice
Started
one too.
Tempest. They're quite good as well. Slow sink in. Get down there when they're not on the top.
BKK hooks again.
BKK hooks, very strong.
Yeah, good. So bottom fishing wise, I haven't heard of hardly anything. The current was running about a knot to knot and a half. Still running a bit. But I would dare think there would be different kings and amberjacks, 50s northeast. If you get the weather next week, not this weekend, but next week, give it a shot. Other than that, I would be probably this weekend now progressing to inside the Broadwater. So, what have we got inside the Broadwater, Stu?
Mate, Jack City.
Jack City.
They've been hungry jacks.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
inside, fishing around the pontoons and stuff, like around the Runaway Bay and Paradise Point canals. Up the Coomera as well. Narain's been fishing good. Anywhere with a bit of tidal flow, a bit of clean water, a bit of bait. Just slow rolling plastics along the side of the pontoon. Dougie's been smashing them.
Not really, haven't been out this week for him, but
Yeah.
prior to that, yes.
Yeah. Like generally run a little bit bigger jig head, so around that 3/8 or half ounce on like a 3/0 hook. They're just some little TTs. Nice heavy gauge hook because the jacks pull hard, and the little fused mullets are really good for it.
This
So
little fella here.
white is by far the most popular colour.
Hollow bellies.
Hollow bellies very good too in the clean water. Look a bit more natural, and
So that's the fused one there,
yeah.
and that's the power bait hollow belly there.
Or
What are those two?
New squidgy prawn, paddle prawn. Got fluoro eyes. They come with that bio salt, I think they call it. Yeah, smells like black jelly beans or licorice.
An unbelievable, an unbelievable ribs on the bottom there.
They
That's
are.
very X Factor on too.
That's right.
S Factor, sorry.
S factor. Yeah.
Keytex are good too.
Keytex are good.
Yeah, Keytex.
Yeah.
Sorry. I call them Key, you call them
Key,
Kai.
Kai. And the dragon, aggressive
Key,
pro,
Yeah.
very good. Lots of gold, lots of flash.
Mm.
And
Yeah, give it a shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
still a few flatties around in the Broadwater too.
Yeah, flatties have been still on the
hit
North
and
Wall, but
miss.
there's a lot of weed around, mate.
There's
So much weed.
conflict.
And big string weed as well. But anyhow, maybe worth a go for flatties up around Crab Island or maybe at the Aldershots. Once you get up around the Aldershots where Coomera's coming out, it's really dirty water, guys. Pimpamum, don't know, but definitely Coomera's dirty as. I would definitely try around Crab. It's a bit cleaner, I think.
Yeah.
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 And if you want to try those jacks, probably, as you said before, Paradise Point and
Yeah.
Runaway Bay and the canals
Yeah.
would be the pick of the bunch, early morning, late afternoon. Crab wise, there's been a few muddies around the Pipmar. I dare think they should be up Coomera Lakes, but the Coomera may be a bit fresh. They might be at the
Bit
front of
fresh,
Coomera
yeah,
a
at
bit.
the front.
Maybe along the
That's-
western edge of Stratty from the Shortcut Island, the Sovereign Island, all the way
Yeah.
up to Curran on that edge there. Would be
Yeah, like
pretty
out
good.
the front of Browns Inlet.
Yeah, that's right.
area.
Yeah, and about 8 to 9 foot of water.
Yeah.
Give that a shot overnight would be best. Sandies, I haven't tried or heard much at all recently. I just want that water to clear up a bit more before I give it a shot.
Yeah, there's been a few sandies.
Has
Bit
it?
of one customer
Okay.
that caught quite a few, but that was just in the Broadwater, closer to the seaway,
Right,
cleaner
okay.
water. Yeah.
And plenty of whiting around the back of Wave Break. My son went yesterday. They got this afternoon for a quick go. He got 9, I think, 9 or 12.
Oh, good.
Nice whiting up to about 40 centimetres on Yabbies. He said they were pretty good actually. That was about 4 o'clock yesterday, Arvo. So around the top of the tide.
Yep.
Stu, dart. Talking about
Mate,
Seaway.
I love dart. Dart fight hard, dart good eating, dart. Make your hat. Okay, those little prawns, the fused ones again. Very popular. That's all I use, and I just use them on like a 1/8 with a size 2 hook, so quite small.
You flicking those right into the rocks, mate? Or what are you
Flick
doing?
them right in. You need to be in that whitewash.
Okay.
So they eat it right on the edge of what the whitewash. They come out of the whitewash, eat it on the clean stuff, and hold on.
And guys,
Quite
just this weekend, you've got to be really careful at swell. I just
Yeah,
checked
keep it
before.
on.
It's 2 metres average. It's 4 metres on the sets, and that means boats up on the rocks. If you don't know what you're doing, so stay away from there, please. But if you know what you're doing and you got someone on the boat the whole
have
time
a
on
mate
the motor,
driving.
you need to be really watch those waves because the surge will just suck you into the rocks.
Yeah.
So just be really careful, or come down the wall. Do you get much down the wall or more at the end there?
Yeah, you get them towards the end more, but halfway down the wall's still alright too, where the foam
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the north wall that is.
Where the jacks are.
There is a few jacks there.
Okay, on
Yep.
live baits if you want to go do that too. Other than that, shooting else in the Broadwater, you want to tell the folks? Jumping pin,
Jumping pin,
plenty of whiting out there. I see
Yeah.
Ross smashed it up there from Lucky Strike Charters this
He
week.
big whiting.
Big whiting, yeah,
Yeah.
40, 41, 42s. I
Yeah.
think they were officially goodies at the end there and right on the end of South Stratty.
Stratty, yeah.
Yep.
And been a few flatties in the deep lock out the front of Duck Creek still. Lots of clean water, lots of bait, so they're
Mhm.
still there.
Yep, good.
Further north, Doug, we had a very early morning
we did.
yesterday.
We did. Yes,
A
we
little bit tired.
went prawning, went with my bro the day before on the jet ski. It was interesting, but I got off there pretty quick. Otherwise I was going to fall off. And we were fishing out with you Stu yesterday, same area out off Nudgee, mate.
Off Nudgee, so we left here very early, left here at 4, up there at 5.
It's only an hour's run, guys. Like it's just like it takes you an hour
It's
to
easy.
put your boat on, go to the boat ramp, and get out of the water, it's the same time. So just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell you about it there.
Big
Up to
thing is
Nazi.
you got to be there on daybreak.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
secret.
that's the secret. And look for the boats because there'll be an extra at least 100 with you,
Mhm.
and it looks like a little island in the sunrise, but
Yeah.
it's a moving boat pack, and they're just
Yeah.
chasing the prawns just like you. And yeah,
And they're really good prawns. Like I got some 25 centimetre ones. I mean, this big, 23, 25. They were just where the new runway comes in at Brisbane. There, you'll see the lights, especially because you're out there at 5:10. It's still semi-dark, and it sort of goes zip, zip, zip. That's the white light on the runway. The jetty they built out in front of the runway, which guides them under the runway. We're probably prawning about 2 k's east of that, or a
Correct.
k maybe,
yeah,
east southeast of there.
yeah.
As Stewie said, you'll see the 140 boats there on the weekend, maybe 200. And the other spot you get them, but it might get a bit windy this weekend maybe,
Yeah.
is over at Clontarf, which is on the other side of the Hornybrook Bridge. You go over the Hornybrook Bridge and you go right around the Redcliffe Peninsula Way, and the boat ramp's right on your right there. You'll see the boat ramp there, and there's a big pier just after it, and you can launch there, and you go approximately about 36 metres from the boat ramp, and you're into the prawn section area. So
You nearly cast a line to the boat ramp.
it's really close, yeah. I'm going to cast my net there actually. But that's where Stuart and I ended up yesterday, because the day before we bagged out in an hour with my brother Paul and Drew from Pro Throw Cast Nets the day before, and that was over at Nudgee there. And then yesterday morning they were a little bit quiet at Nudgee, or they'll come on a bit later. I said, let's go and check at Clontarf because we didn't have a look anywhere for next time. So we left the prawns, we were getting a few, but we left and went zoomed over there, and within about 10 minutes we'd found them, and within I think 40 minutes we got another 10 litres of prawns and a 10 kilo or whatever
Yeah.
of prawns, and we got nearly a bag of them actually
Yeah.
for that couple of hours we did.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and so they were nice prawn. They're mixed, small and big. Where the ones out in front of Nudgee, just
They're all
big.
Yeah, they're all big.
Yeah. So give that a shot, because
Yeah.
there's not much else you can do in this weather. But just be careful; it does get a bit choppy on the Moreton Bay there. So preferably early morning before that wind gets up, it might be the go. Yeah.
Will be. Yeah, for sure.
Otherwise, go next week when there's no wind. And next week we've run out of Pro Throw nets. We've got one, I think, Top Pocket left down there, but it's a
Yeah.
different brand. But we'll have more Pro Throw nets in about Monday or Tuesday next week, just in time for the good weather.
That's it.
They are really good. They catch a lot of prawns.
They do.
Yeah. Okay, up
Yeah.
the dam. Let's get out of the
Damn,
salt
we're
water
out of the
into
wind.
fresh.
Out of the wind and into the fresh. Dougie,
Yeah.
we want to get the kids involved.
We do. So, like I used to take my kids trolling there all the time when we were younger, or they were younger. And trolling is the way I started my kids off, because they're only like 4, 5, 6 year old at the time. And I'll just tell them to hold the rod, I'll put the rod in the rod holder and watch the tip. They were to tell it, because I'm facing forward, they're facing back. I'd say, if you see the lure skipping on the top, you tell Dad, that means they'll lead on it.
Yeah.
And if the rod bent, obviously I could see it bent because I'm watching the rod, they're watching the lure. And it was so easy for kids to catch bass trolling. They loved it. And the kids have a knack of when you're trolling, they tend to wave the rod around a bit, which we do when we're trolling. We
Yeah,
actually
it's
jerk
good.
the rod all the time, and they'll whack it around. Next minute, oh, they're on.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a technique that only they can do, and we're learning to do it as we get older.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of grow out of that technique and
You
then you
do.
try to grow back into it.
That's it.
Little deep dive in hard bodies have been cracker up the Hims lately, and other dams like Maroon and Mulgra, they've been fishing good
You
as
like
well.
fish up there,
Yeah, good surface bite up in those smaller dams.
So those little lures, I get down around about 4 metres or so, maybe 5 or 6 if you drop it back about 80 metres, a long way back, rod tip right down near the water, and just let it bend right over and it'll get right down. Don't run too heavy a line, 6 to 10 pound braid, run about 10 pound leader, and give it a shot.
Yep.
Okay, there's a couple of Saratoga out there too amongst the timbers, but don't get any of the walls flowing over still. The Hins is over capacity, and it is going over the spillway, so just stay away from that area. Okay, that's it. That's probably about it. I think, Stu, for the fishing report. We didn't do a written one this week. I will put photos up tonight. We didn't do a written one because, to be honest with you, a day ago we had nothing to report.
Yeah, it was a bit
It was
poor.
terrible.
Yeah.
So last weekend, as you know, we had 40 knots and 4 metre seas. This weekend we got 35 knots and 2 metre to 4 metre seas, so it's a bit better. It's getting better.
Yeah, slightly. Small improvements. Yeah.
Oh, well, Stu, we'll see you out Mackerel Fisher next week. Now, guys,
That's it,
remember,
we'll be there.
Stu's got his bluey one.
Hey, blue one, that's me.
I got the purple purple fella, bets are on. We'll get on video just to make sure it's true.
Sounds like good money chasing bad, but anyway.
See you folks. It's Dougie, Bert and Stewie and all the whole team here, Helen and Derek and all the guys, Lockie, lots of people here, at Douglas Tackle World, at number 8 Centreview Drive off Brisbane Road, just behind Harbour Town, here at Bigger Waters on the Gold Coast.
That's it.
Yep. See you next week. Thanks, bye.
Thank you very much.